さいくらいお願いします。いや、ナマコわかります？え？いや、だから。
わしの手柄じゃ。
Oppa! Our new dream is to touch the booba! Yes! Our boy Denji finally has something to motivate him, the booba! Yes. Yes. What an episode. What an episode of Chainsaw Man. This was a hilarious episode. I felt like the last 60 seconds or so, you know, when he goes out with his new partner Power, where Hayasaka totally set him up with a effing crazy fiend, which we'll talk about in a moment. I feel like the last 60 seconds were like crazy, where she's like she reminds me of the girl from Darlie and the Franxx, right? She reminds you of her a lot. But she looks, you know, design-wise, she looks very similar to her. But when she goes just with the blood hammer, I was like, oh my god! And we find out that she's basically, you know, she has that specific like devil power herself. Overall, though, like that last part was crazy. But before that, right, the whole entire episode was really kind of setting up Denji. Where he's going to be, what he's going to do, who he's going to report to, what division he's going to be reporting to. You know, we kind of got to see, you know, Makima and, you know, what their relationship will look like. We got to see his new roommate, which is Aki or Hayakawa, right? Is it what did I write down? Hayasaka? No, Hayakawa. I was right. His new roommate, Hayakawa. We got to see kind of him go out his first mission alone. Well, with Hayakawa, and then his first mission alone. Kind of got to see all of that. And I think this was a really, really, really good episode. And, you know, I think the first episode was really showing us a lot of Pochita and his absorption and his him becoming one with Pochita and really showing us the gore and gruesomeness. And I actually liked episode 2 a lot more than episode 1. Episode 1 I thought was okay. You know, it was a good episode. I don't want to diminish that. It was a good episode, but it didn't blow me away. I think episode 2 really blew me away because I felt so like entertained, enveloped by it. I laughed like a lot this episode, and I kind of really felt like it painted a picture of what I can expect this anime to become as it kind of like unfolds, and I am absolutely here for what it offered. So I think I've done not a 180, but like I've come around to Chainsaw Man a lot more because episode 1 just didn't sell me as like the next thing since sliced bread kind of thing. And I think episode 2 really did make that kind of impression on me. So let's kind of talk about the episode. And like always, I'll kind of provide my insight and color into the different nuances and the different occurrences during the episode. So the episode basically opens up, you know, kind of with him learning his role, learning about Makima, learning that, you know, he's going to be a useful dog at this point. Denji, he just cannot catch a break. Like, our boy cannot catch a break. If he's not the slave to one thing, he's a slave to another. But she basically tells him, like, yo, you don't do your job, you'll be put down like a dog. So he learns his new role. She's very nice to him though, and he kind of confesses to her, and she says, "Oh, my type of guy is you." So he has some semblance of hope in that specific area. We find out that she has a really good sense of smell, which in turn means that she has a really good idea of what people bring to the table, good and evil. So definitely really love that kind of nuance to Makima's character as well. We found out that Aki was assigned to be his new peer as well as his new roommate. We get to see Denji living his best life for the first time, taking showers, taking baths, getting uniforms, getting the Division 4 coding, getting a badge, using the toilet, getting all the toilet paper, Aki hating him. We got to see Aki take him out for his first day. Aki kicked his ass. Denji reciprocated. And he did, you know, Aki got attacked by the nut devil. I freaking laughed so hard. He kicked him in the balls so many times. Yo, Aki was beamed into, he was transported to another universe. He was isekai'd for a moment. He like Uncle-san, like OG-san. He was isekai'd because he got kicked in the balls so hard. He got sent to another plane of existence. But Denji, he lit him the F up. Then we got to see Denji going out on his actual first mission as well. We learn about fiends. Essentially, what fiends are is they are people who have mutated or have kind of like taken over a human's body. Unlike Denji, who is himself, where Pochita basically lent himself to him and he became one in that fashion. He anamorphed with Pochita. He kind of Captain Planet became together with him. Fiends are the opposite way. Basically, devils take over a human's body. They get characteristics of a devil, but it's the devil taking over. The human's basically gone. So we learn that, as devil hunters, part of them hunting devils is also part of them hunting fiends as these people who are taking over. Instead of merging or changing into Chainsaw Man, which I love, Denji just kills this fiend. He ends up just chopping off his head. And we learn a lot about Aki, and then we learn a lot about Denji. Denji, he's a curious fellow. He doesn't have friends. He told Aki, Aki threatened him. He's like, what are you going to do, become friends with the devil? And Denji was like, yeah, if I could do that, I would totally do that. I never had friends before. He's never gone to school, never lived his life, nothing. He's just been a slave. He's now, this. So I think that kind of put into perspective for Aki of who, Denji really is. He's like, he's not this, he doesn't have this baggage, he has bad experiences, but unlike Aki. So I like how he put it in perspective, like, yeah, I become friend with them. Really, he gave this guy he gave him a painless death because he wanted to save his nudie mags. Love that quite a bit. He pissed off Aki, and then Aki ended up assigning him power. We saw Power at the end where he was assigned a partner to go on missions with. And Power is a fiend, but it's a cooperative fiend, somebody who is not evil, has little characteristics of a devil, but the devil specifically is interested in living life, living their best life, working for this organization and stuff. So now Denji has two motivations in life, which I really loved quite a bit as well. He wants to get with Makima and touch her oppa. And now he wants to do the same thing with Power as well. So Booba is the new Power. Booba Power. And then we got to see her, obviously, at the end, and her power is effing crazy. So love seeing all of that. Love learning more about Aki. I felt like I learned a lot about him in this episode. Learned a little bit about Power. We'll probably get to learn more about her as the next episode comes to fruition. And we got to see really Denji being put into place, and we got a really good angle and a really good insight and a really good setting the stage for what's going to come for us, the viewer, and for him as the anime continues to unfold. And now we learned what his goals are, which is the Booba, which are the Bazangas. So love to see that quite a bit. So really good episode. Really loved it. I hella laughed, especially the Aki and Denji stuff. Not only the roommate stuff, but the ball kicking and all of that. Love seeing Power. She's effing crazy. I can't wait to learn more about her. And then Makima, I can't wait to learn more about her as well. She's a very, very interesting character. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode of Chainsaw Man in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you guys being here for another week with me for Chainsaw Man episode number 2. I'm going to catch you guys chainsawing another episode, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Peace out, my friends. Deuce, deuce.